Okay, guys, let's welcome the captain of Crushers GC, Bryson DeChambeau, and the captain of Legion 13, Jon Rahm. Welcome, guys. Let's see, Bryson, you had an awesome day out there. You shot an 8 under 62. You're currently tied for the lead with Dustin Johnson. Tell us a little bit about your day.
Yeah, I got off to a hot start. Very pleased with the way I played. Wedging felt a little off. Putted well and drove it pretty well for the most part, and just got to tidy up some things for tomorrow.
And John, you had a bogey-free 7 under 63 today. Tell us about your round.
It was a very good day, very organized day, I would say. Drove it really well, and when you have a traditional golf course like this one, might not be the longest, but it is pretty narrow. So if you can put those drives in the fairway, you're definitely going to give yourself a few birdie chances. That's what I feel like I did today. Gave myself a ton of looks, and even though I missed a few, which obviously I'd say you might miss a few, I still ended up shooting a very low score. So very pleased, and hopefully I can keep it going tomorrow as well.
So you're only 2 shots off the lead. It seems like the way that this course plays, that's gettable for you. Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, 2 shots is gettable anywhere.
Yeah.
Could be one simple hole, and you're back at it. So I'm going to need a low one tomorrow. Whether it's Bryson, Dustin, or somebody else at 8 or 9 under is most likely going to come in and shoot somewhat similar to what we shot today. So we're going to need to post something not extremely low, but a low round as well to end up with a win, right? It's just, unless it's a windy day, it's a golf course that somebody's going to come out and play good and make birdies.
And Bryson, you are tied for the lead with Dustin. You're probably going to be in this marquee group tomorrow with Dustin and John. Does that provide a little bit of extra motivation or a little bit more pressure?
Well, they're always great guys to play with. It's a lot of fun anytime you get to play with best players in the world and go head-to-head against each other. It's more of a sprint to the finish now, and with a lot of birdie holes out there, it's going to be exciting. A lot of fireworks. So
what's your strategy going in tomorrow to kind of break away from the pack and try to get that win?
Well, I got to get my wedging better and drive it a little bit better, and if I can do that, I'll be attacking every hole.
Are we going to see you on the range in a little bit?
Not at all. You're never going to see me on the range.
Kick it over to Mike.
Bryson, you called it a weird day, suboptimal day, 62.
That was the weirdest 62 I've ever had, I feel like.
Why is that?
Well, usually when you're playing well, you'll finish it off and you'll shoot 62. Or you'll even if you make a bogey in the last hole, to shoot 62 or whatnot. But I had 5 straight holes where they were all gettable, and I was at 8 under par, and I was like, I could easily go 59, 58. If I play perfect golf, it's 57. But I was even thinking that on 15. I was like counting the holes and birdied 15, birdied 16, and then I just got a little uncomfortable with the driver, and I don't know why. And then just didn't wedge it close enough and didn't go my way on that end. And then I lipped out a 30-foot on the last, so it was kind of weird. But it was just weird. It was like, oh, it's going to happen. Nope. No, it's not. It was a good chance for...
Hang in there, bud.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for the sentiment.
and John, obviously, this is just your second LIV event, but you guys are going to be in a marquee group tomorrow. Is this kind of what you thought it would be? Like you guys are the best in the world in the final group on the final round?
I think it's what everybody wants to see, right? It's always a little bit better for a player when you win and you know you actually had to compete against the best in the world at their best. There's no better feeling, right? So as much as we enjoy it, the spectators would enjoy it more. So it's what everybody wants to see. You want to see the best at their best and make the best win, right? So. And
you alluded to it earlier, but I think it is supposed to be somewhat windy tomorrow. How much will that impact the game plan and affect how you might attack the course a little bit?
Just like Bryson, I go out with no game plan at all. So it's in my case, I just get to the tee, see where the pin is, and from there backtrack to see what best scenario for me to make a birdie. When it gets a little windy out here, I mean, your margins of error are not very big out here. Greens are small. It's small corners on the green to give yourself the easiest putts, right? So that's why yesterday you saw a couple low scores, but a lot of average scores, right? I feel like Bryson Brooks and I didn't play great, didn't play our worst, but it just complicates itself a little bit more, right? So I think that win, unless if it becomes a little bit unpredictable, which it can happen on the trees, it can be a little bit more difficult. But even then, you're still going to need a low one. Like I said, somebody's going to come out here, hit it good, and make birdies either way.
John, I was curious. the adjustment to playing 54 holes is new to you. You're 2 rounds in, yet you're sprinting to the finish tomorrow. How is that working out for you?
Honestly, I forget it's 54 holes.
It's just a final round. And
Like
you're
up until you
2 shots
mentioned it, I
back.
completely forget. It's just competition. You go out there, shoot the low as you can, and that's it. That's all I can say.
And you know, tomorrow's the final day.
Yeah, I mean, it
Right?
really
I
doesn't
mean-
make a difference. Right? Like, I remember people telling me, "Oh, you have to start off hard. The average score of the winner is 5 under." I'm like, well, you know, just 3 days, shoot the low as you can. That's about it. Last week, I forgot we played 3 days until somebody mentioned it afterwards. And if you hadn't said anything right now, I completely would have forgotten as well.
Is there less margin for error playing just 3 rounds?
I know that's a question for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
there
Bryson.
is.
Yeah.
I don't think about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can't make a triple right off the bat. It puts you behind the 8 ball out here, and it's difficult to get it back. Yeah, you can get on runs and whatnot, but in order to win, you got to shoot low pretty much every day, or play some of the best golf every single day you can. And you know, if you don't, you're going to be behind the 8 ball.
I feel like if you've played college golf, though,
Yeah.
you have some experience in 54-hole
Yeah.
days, right? You have 4 years of college golf. I feel like you don't forget all of that. Right
Caleb
away.
knows it well.
Yeah, no, Caleb's same for him. Yeah,
Just a couple weeks ago.
they actually have more room now on the range than they probably did in college. So.
That's true. Yeah.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about the Las Vegas Country Club now that you played it for 2 days?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with what a lot of people told me, that this very pure greens. Even with the amount of rain they had this early this week, the greens are fantastic.
I think they're tricky as well. They're in great condition, but they're very tricky. There's a little bit of grain in them, which makes it unique and difficult. And I don't think that's why a lot of scores are super low out here. As short as it is, it's still not easy to make putts and play well out here. It's very tight, but I certainly like the golf course. I know there's some good history here too.
What are you expecting from the atmosphere tomorrow? Obviously, the party hole Saturday, Las Vegas, and a marquee group to rival any in golf.
I kind of wish the party hole was later on the round. I mean, it's the 8th hole, so you kind of get over it very quickly, right? So if that was the 17th hole, it would be quite special. But I think the atmosphere will be good. Hopefully, the weather, it feels as warm as it did today, and you know, all the people that are coming for the Super Bowl decide to have a little bit of an extra energy a day early to actually come here and show it, because you know it has the potential to be a fantastic Saturday.
Great. Thank you guys so much, and good luck
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Thank you.